One, two. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fantastic episode of The Kickout, the final word in professional wrestling. This is our short form show, an extension of the Cards Subject to Change podcast. We are powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo, and of course, I can't do this by myself. With his hair blowing in the wind, looking all majestic. We've got Mr. Never Wrong Nick Bull next to me. Never Wrong, how you feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling great. Thank you, CZ. Welcome to The Kickout, our short form show here midweek. Coming off fresh off our 200th episode of the Card Subject to Change podcast, a great episode we had with the original Glow Girl, one of the original Glow Girls, Hollywood, Jeannie Basone. We talked a lot about her book and, just follow through from when we met her the first time here locally at the Sandra Lee Memorial Car Show.
Ricky
so
Lee.
Fresh off our 200th episode, we did. What's that?
Thank you, Ricky Lee.
Thank you, Ricky Lee. But we really never got a chance to. We had, our time was tight with Hollywood since she's very busy. We never got a chance to really delve into, our 200th episode. I won't say it's our birthday. Our birthday's coming up, but our 200th episode, another threshold that we've crossed. And it seems just like yesterday we are actually doing 100. I mean, honestly, like it doesn't seem that long ago. But I think in the 3 years, 200 episodes that we've done, man, we have had a time in wrestling that's really, it's like a renaissance, so to speak. Because, man, there was a long time there. It was just so mid and blah, and there'd be good stuff and a lot of bad. But there has been a lot of good, more so than bad. And I'm talking about wrestling across all fronts. I'm not just singling out any promotions here. But overall, wrestling is in a very good spot right now. I think, wrestling, it's cool to watch wrestling again. We've always watched wrestling, whether it was cool or not, we're going to watch wrestling. But I think the deals that have been made with both WWE going to Netflix for Raw, and you got AEW partnering up with Max and streaming their stuff. I mean, I just think that expands your product to another audience that may not tune in regularly, may see one thing they like. All it takes is one thing, right? With wrestling, all it takes is one thing for you to like it. So I think that has been affected during this time period. And that's taken off during this time period, and it's benefited us as fans, and then you and I as, not only the hosts of the short form show, The Kickout, but also host of Card Subject to Change, and it just kind of makes life easy. Remember the first show we ever did, SummerSlam 2022. That was the SummerSlam that was in Nashville, outdoor show. Just point of reference, LA Knight was Max Dupree at that time, talking about the summer tennis line or something. That's how much wrestling has changed.
Why do you got to bring up bad memories?
But it just takes one.
Bring up bad mememories like Max Dupree. Come on.
That ain't bad memories. That was a fun show. That was a great show. We got that. It only takes one thing. I mean, I'll talk about that show because it was our first one we ever reviewed, our first show ever as Card Subject to Change. But I mean, come on, Brock Lesnar bringing the tractor to the ring and lifting. Come on, we had never seen that before. And I know that I'm kind of more of a traditionalist and like to see the story in the ring, but those guys had fought so much, we needed to see something different. So that was unique and cool. So I just remember that from our first episode. But I mean, the first show that we reviewed, but 200 of these, man. And you've been on more of them than I have. I've missed my fair share for sure, but you've been on the most by far. And we've definitely had a great run, a great run of guests. Through your booking, and a lot of that also happens by chance. Just people kind of, you reach out, book stuff, but people kind of stumble across things and we stumble across them, and things happen. So we've had a lot. Never when I thought when we started did I think we would have the former stars that we've had on our
Yes.
show.
I mean,
Talk about that booker, man. Talk about that booker,
well,
man, for
I
200
mean,
episodes. We've got our fair share of star power.
let's just pull the Band-Aid off. I mean, we had Mick Foley, probably in my opinion, our biggest guest. I would say he gave us way more of his time than we thought he would. He was fantastic. We've had Buff Bagwell on twice. That was amazing. Um, our guest from this past Sunday, Jeannie Basone, she's been on the show twice now. Once in the short interview and once for a little longer to talk about her book. And I mean, we've had some great former major players, but we've also had some amazing indie talent as well. And that's what I love the most about our 200 episodes on Card Subject to Change is we get to sit down with some of the up and comers or some of the indie talent who maybe haven't hit that big stage but have been around for a long time. I'm talking like the Jake Christs and the Christian Roses there. But also, the other side, Connor Hopkins, Christian Rose's one of his trainees, one of those darn Coyotes, and now current Dreamwave champion as we record this. It's been an amazing run, Nick. And we're not done.
Hey, what you talked about? You talked about indie wrestling there. We've had on a couple of times, at least once. I don't think twice, maybe once. Indy Darling right now. He's currently Germany's West Side Extreme Wrestling heavyweight champion. He'll be defending that title in Bluegrass, Iowa, Germany's main promotion. Their championship is going to be defended in Bluegrass, Iowa on July 12th.
Twice. He's been on twice.
And our guy is going to be defending it. He's been on twice. Maybe we'll talk to Mr. Manders after the show that night, but record something with him and get him on a third time. I think he merits that. And we'll talk to him the night of the show and stuff. But regardless of that, just the people we have met along the way, wrestlers, fans alike, because that's what CZ and I are. We're not wrestlers. We're wrestling fans. Neither one of us have ever taken a bump, but man, we really respect those that have. Enjoy going to shows, enjoy going and meeting, also legends, seeing other wrestlers, and then also, the friends we've made just from other wrestling social medias. I'm talking about, Zach Takis from Shotgun Wrestling Radio. You and him co-host Wrestling with Fitness.
Joe Monroe.
I'm talking about you did a recent gig with. Two Count Wrestling show. We ran into those guys a few times. You were just on those shows. Who else?
Joe Monroe.
Running into Joe Monroe, Grander Q, Rob Kammerer, just to name a few. I mean, we have met so many cool people along the way that love wrestling just as much as us and have a passion for it. And we've all got shows, and they're all different. I mean, that's what's great. And we all get along. Like, there's no Jets and Sharks here for podcast turf. There's plenty. There's plenty for all, and we're glad that you're here enjoying this as we kind of take a reminisce down 200 episodes of the Card Subject to Change podcast. Of course, the podcast by the fan for the fan, and that and the TKO are sponsored by. We're powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, and colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo. Without those guys, this is not possible. Without For Frequency's Sake Network, DJ Jarvis, this isn't possible. So we're very happy. We got here right now. Now we just got to set a new goal to get to. Correct.
Look out, 300.
And we hope that you keep coming back. We enjoy this. We enjoy doing this. We do, and we hope you enjoy. Whether you watch live and follow along live, download or listen to a few days later. We appreciate all of it. Really
and
do.
Nick,
So,
before we
I can speak for
before you start wrapping things up, we've mentioned so many great names, fellow podcasters, independent stars. There are two names that stand out that we have to mention that have been huge contributors to our show, either by sharing everything on social media or just being a part of the show itself. I'm talking about Jared Thumb. He always shares our lives and our posts. Got a lot of love for Jared, current CEW champion, Central Empire Wrestling. Bridge City Slam coming up, number 7 in just a couple months, in the beginning of September. And I can't not mention JT Energy. Such a huge part of the show. He's been on the show so many times as a guest, but also his contributions with the Moment of Focus. JT is taking himself out of the limelight for personal reasons. I'm not going to go into that. But we love and respect him and wish him well. And hopefully we get to have him back when he's ready to come back into the world of wrestling. And
I look for the day
too.
he comes back. I truly look forward to that day. Because wrestling's a better place with JT Energy around.
100%.
It absolutely is. It absolutely
And of
is.
course, we have to mention the person who's been on our show the most, and that's Mr. Timothy Regal. Local wrestling historian and aficionado, Timothy Regal.
Joe Winkle's
That's
giving him a
true.
run
That's
for
very
his money.
true.
Well, without all those people, this wouldn't have been possible. And we just wanted to say a big thank you after episode 200, since we really devoted our time all to Hollywood in episode 200, as it should be. But we wanted to kind of say some things to you. Thank everybody for all the support. We'll hope we're here for another 200.
That'd be
Wouldn't
awesome.
that be something? Be talking about episode 400 in a few years. That'd be something else, man. How much will wrestling have changed by then? Only time will tell. But I'm here to tell you that we're here to document it because we are wrestling fans. We enjoy talking it, living, engaging it. It is a blast. If you enjoy this show, our short form show, this is the TKO. It airs Wednesdays at 6 o'clock before your wrestling action kicks off on Wednesday night. Our long form show, the Card Subject to Change podcast, what we've been yammering about for the past 12 minutes and 12 seconds, airs on Sundays, usually live at 6:30. And I know there have been some special times lately, but we are 6:30 this coming week. Correct,
Yes,
CZ?
correct.
Thank you very much. Booker Man, it's been a pleasure. Who is our next guest on the Card Subject?
So we actually have 3 guests, and you put me on the spot. I knew you were going to ask me, and I didn't have it pulled up, so I'm pulling things up right now.
You don't have to answer. That's okay.
So we'll say this: we're going to be promoting a Florida show for someone who reached out to us. His name is Christopher Anoni. We will also have an ECW original, Tommy Cairo, and Eric Stevens will be joining them. And we're going to have a full house on Sunday, but they are promoting a show for veteran pro wrestling where it's for a good cause in Florida. We're going to learn all about that. And Christopher Anoni has a connection to ECW other than Tommy Cairo because he is currently tag team partners with Pitbull #1. And we may have some surprises from the ECW guys coming thanks to our new friend here, but more on that later. That's Sunday. We've got Saturday where we are reviewing Night of Champions if it happens. Obviously, we record this on Sunday, so if things happen, we'll see we'll see what happens with the current climate of the world. We're not going to get into that though. But no, we'll be back for sure next Sunday. I'm excited.
Looking forward to it as always. That's our Card Subject to Change on Sundays. This is the Kick Out on Wednesdays. We're glad you hopped aboard. If you like more, check us out. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. Follow us on socials. Reach out. We love to talk wrestling with our fans. Until next time, for my partner, the Wizard CZ, I am never wrong, Nick Bull. This has been the Kick Out, the final word in professional wrestling.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.